Hey guys, how's it going? I don't feel like picking out a song right now, or a few songs. And hardly anyone shows up to these streams anyway, so fuck it, no intro. We're just gonna go. Jump into it. So we're almost done with this game. I don't know how much there is to the Gorgon DLC, but that's all we have left. It's just the final 2 story quests and Gorgon. That's it, we did everything else. Only failed 2 quests, that's fine. The rewards for those quests suck anyway. And we're almost level 32. Max level's 33, so we're almost there. The board is confused. I still might go and murder Udo. Thinking about it. Contemplating.
Welcome back, Captain.
Nothing new. So yeah, let's just hop on over to Gorgon. Remote asteroid, home to marauders, smugglers, and an abandoned Spacer's Choice facility. So I have not done the Gorgon DLC at all. I installed it after I finished all my playthroughs.
We've arrived at Ambrose Manor.
Why are you so quiet all of a sudden?
Welcome back, Captain. May luck be with you.
What was that audio mixing?
My compliments to Sam. I do so love a clean cargo hold.
On Gorgon, it's always Adrena time. Made with real xenosite waste.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
Don't worry, little fella. We're mostly law-abiding folk. Oh no, we should check to see he's all right.
Been there, little guy.
So who builds an estate on an asteroid? That's what I'm wondering. Ah.
Incoming!
What level are you? 33? Some buff little shits.
Okay, Captain?
Alright, so we got max level enemies.
Deft hands, Cap.
Weird lighting.
This unit cannot bring you any drink in its current state.
Alright, have fun. Groundskeeper's Journal, Volume 1. Daily routine. Sweep the Tranquility Garden for Mrs. Olivia. Oil a fish for Mr. Harvey. Repeat. When they hired me on as groundskeeper, I'd assumed there'd be grounds to keep. I'm not even allowed inside the manor. Everyone told me the Ambrose family keeps to themselves, but they're a bunch of hermits, safe for the little one. Guess I ought to find a hobby. Mr. Harvey dropped his key card in the pond. I'll hold on to it in case he ever comes looking, but I won't go near the house. Wouldn't want to get between Mrs. Olivia and her research. Mine now.
This unit expresses
This unit is under construction. DLCs in games like this are always weird because they do... You get so used to the format of the base game and then they add something to it and it's like, whoa, it's all different. Especially in Borderlands. Cool. What's going on here? Oh, this is Tranquility Garden.
Those big empty windows. Feels like the building's watching me. Oh, Law, I'm getting goosebumps.
Keep your guard up. Could be all manner of surprises in there.
Fish? Saltuna Pond in quotation marks. I saw those red dots. Maybe I didn't. Thought I saw red dots. Huh. Stone here is all cracked up. Wonder how old this place is. Maybe they built it as soon as Halcyon was colonized. Spooky.
I take it back. Ain't nothing here but memories.
empty. Oh, Captain, something here don't feel right.
No kidding. I heard a Raptidon. So I guess mechanicals can last for quite a while on their own. Is that you making that noise? I thought that was a rat. It's very dark here. Although it probably shows up on YouTube better than it does for me, because that's usually the case. This fucking stained glass Spacer's Choice Moon, man, what the fuck? I don't know about that. Whambros. The only food that didn't spoil. Ooh. Come back to that. Pancake mix. I don't know what's going on with the sink, but I like it. I want one.
Oh my law, this is just like that episode of Virginia Yang, Girl Detective, where the old fella dies and his nurse inherits his house. What if we find a body?
Think they've ever tried to use this while the fireplace was on?
Once again, a lock of 115, it's not at all worth it. The hell? Oh. Along the wilderness of glass, no swellings tell that winds may be upon some far-off happier sea, no heavings hint that winds have been on seas less hideously serene. EAP main menu. Oh god, there's so much here. Wilhelmina. Aight. Oh, she's a terrible mother, gotcha. Her father asked we, why we? That should be a me. Just more horrible Byzantines. Hey. They don't need this shit anymore. What do I do with shampoo? Oh, it's a junk item. Wow, this is a shitty bed for how extravagant the rest of this place is. Got their fucking first initials up on the wall. Oh. Doctor's orders. A little tiny ring.
Dear Wilhelmina, I hope this letter finds you well. No, it's too stilted. It sounds like I'm writing to request a loan. Dearest Wilhelmina, I regret to tell you... Law, no, that's worse. When have I ever called her dearest? She's my daughter. This should be easy. How can a mother not know how to talk to her own daughter? My love, I can no longer... For your safety, I must... Oh, hell. Even if she despises me for what I had to do, I should still be able to say goodbye. Minnie, I have to leave, and I don't intend to come back. I love you. I'm so sorry.
I don't believe you do, though. It's called glacier water, but that's alcohol, isn't it? No, no, it's not. I think it's the first time we've ever seen a music box that wasn't just like in a chest. Gilded Cage, wasn't that a Yakuza 0 chapter? I think it was Majima's first chapter. Yep. That's about what I expected. What? It's a terrible taste in fashion.
Huh? Apparently not.
Hold on, gotta finish robbing you first. Howdy.
So who the devil are you?
Danica, Captain of the Unreliable.
You don't say. Well, make yourself at home, Captain. I'm sure we have much to discuss. Do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass to Gorgon.
To Gorgon.
To Gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. I'm Wilhelmina Ambrose, but you can keep it short and call me Minnie. Now, what brings you to my house, gorgeous? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, the starry skies, or the pleasant company.
I'm here about a severed arm. Just seeing the sights, roaming the colony, you know how it is.
Are you an honest-to-law vagabond? We don't see a lot of your type around here. We don't see a lot of anyone, in fact. No neighbors means no visitors. I'd give you the grand tour, but as you can see, the place is in shambles.
It looks nice, actually. Lots of character. I take it you moved in recently?
In a manner of speaking, this is my family estate, but I've been living abroad, waiting for the previous tenant to expire. You're very inquisitive. Not that I mind. Out with it, then. You came here for a reason, and I'm dying to hear it.
Someone mailed me 5 digits in a palm, body not included. Also some forearm.
How exciting! You make it sound like something out of a crime drama. She gave him her hand in murder. Or arm, in this case.
This arm came with a portable phonograph that mentioned you by name.
Really? Huh. Now this severed limb, did it have dark hair? Rugged knuckles? Chewed fingernails? A gunslinger's calluses?
I didn't look that closely. Sounds about right.
Aha! Mystery solved. I can only think of one man daring enough to jettison his extremities on my behalf. Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical. Always staring into space and twirling a bullet over his knuckles. But if something happened to him... Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now?
Any idea who might have wanted him killed?
You suspect foul play. Interesting. If we're being honest, I haven't given it much thought. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback.
Aw. What were you two doing?
Settling an old score. How would you like to be my new freelancer? There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job.
You offer work to everyone who breaks into your home? Must be some kind of Byzantine tradition I ain't know about.
You're awful quick to trust a bunch of strangers that broke into your home.
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands.
You're seriously offering me the dead guy's job? Gorgeous.
I like my employees well-groomed. Appearances are everything in high society.
How likely am I to wind up like your old freelancer?
The man lost an arm. What are the odds of that happening twice? Of course, Gorgon is a treacherous place, and my own family's involvement with it has been fraught. Allow me to lay out the facts, and you can decide for yourself if you want to be my chief investigator. My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck.
Not surprised. Spacer's Choice is one big accident waiting to happen.
I wish I could say otherwise. One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day.
It must have been real hard on you, losing your mother all of a sudden like that. I'm sorry to hear it, ma'am.
Thank you. Ambrose ladies are supposed to be resilient to the unexpected, but this was especially hard on me. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying.
Sounds like she was the corporation's patsy.
My thoughts exactly. Mother would not have allowed Project Gorgon to fail. Something happened on that asteroid, and my family took the fall for it.
What do you think happened on Gorgon?
I don't know. And Spacer's Choice won't say. They don't discuss anything that tarnishes their brand.
Everything
Gorgon
tarnishes
has a
their
dark
brand.
history.
Their brand
Project
tarnishes
fell
their
apart.
brand.
Personnel were shuffled across the system. With Mother gone, now I'm all that's left.
Where's your father in all of this?
Father lost more than his job on Gorgon. I'll say no more than that. The asteroid may look like a glittering jewel, but I assure you the resemblance ends there. Gorgon is poisonous to the core. One might even say cursed.
Tell me about your mother.
I admired Mother, but we weren't close. She disapproved of everything about me, really. I couldn't measure up to her example. She didn't make time for us. I remember thinking that she never wanted a child, and never forgave me for being one, naive and irresponsible as I was.
What did she want? A fully grown lab assistant?
I don't know what would have made Mother happy. After a while, I stopped trying to find out.
Sounds like she was pretty consumed by her work.
It was difficult on us, but not so difficult for her. Mother and Gorgon were made for each other. I had the misfortune to be stuck in the middle. I need your help, Captain. Project Gorgon killed Mother and disgraced the Ambrose name, and no one has been held accountable. Spacer's Choice buried the past like a dirty secret.
Don't tell anyone or you'll be just another regret. We're practically strangers. Why put your trust in me?
You followed an uncertain lead all the way to my doorstep. You're curious, resourceful, and perceptive. All the marks of a good private eye. Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth, kicking and screaming, into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's Choice. All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility.
First, I have some questions about the job.
I'm not surprised. Between the family drama and the corporate conspiracy, it must feel like you've stepped on a landmine. Speak freely, Captain.
What good is your mother's journal to you now?
I suspect it will prove that corporate greed and incompetence were to blame for the calamity at Gorgon, and not Mother. Mother was a brilliant woman. Difficult, cold, unreachable even, but brilliant.
Could Spacer's Choice have taken the journal?
Spacer's Choice evacuated in a hurry, leaving a fortune's worth of equipment in their wake. Mother's journal would have escaped their notice. This is my last hope of redeeming the Ambrose name. I don't like my chances, but I have to try. And I need help. Your help.
Why did you wait before starting the investigation?
I didn't want to go anywhere near Gorgon. Once I exhausted all my options, the search led me back here. I even had Mother declared legally dead. Would you believe it took 5 years to process the paperwork?
Wait, what? Does her being legally dead help you somehow?
It isn't as bad as you make it sound, but technically, yes. Mother's body is still on Gorgon. No body means no death certificate, which means no inheritance. I killed Mother, just on paper, of course, so I could claim my inheritance. We wouldn't be standing here if I didn't have access to the family fortune. I once assumed the mansion and the money would be enough to redeem the Ambrose name. But even in Byzantium, prestige must be earned, and it can so easily be lost.
Are you saying you just wanted to break into high society? Why are these persuade checks?
Break back into high society, yes.
The same high society that framed your mother?
I have Spacer's Choice to thank for that. The smear campaign against Mother was the work of cowards. I'm vindicating the family name for her, for the colony, and for my future.
What do you stand to gain?
Everything that Mother lost. This colony is in trouble. The lunatics at Spacer's Choice are running the asylum, and we need better people to wield their influence. After Gorgon, I quickly discovered that the Ambrose name was cursed, for lack of a better term. I had no place among the decision makers. No seat at the table. That is why I'm clearing the record and vindicating the Ambrose line. For Mother, for me, and for the generations who will one day inherit Halcyon.
Do you think your plan will work?
I know it will.
How did this investigation get Lucky killed?
You know as much as I do, I'm afraid. Spacer's Choice abandoned Gorgon, but the asteroid is far from unoccupied. Between the marauders, the wildlife, and whatever escaped the labs, danger abounds.
Hold on, what escaped the labs?
Toward the end of the project, I heard Mother grumble about some test subjects running amok outside of their enclosure. I wish I could tell you more. Just watch yourself. If you aren't careful, you stand to lose more than an arm. I believe that covers it all. Are you ready to get started? We mustn't allow the trail to get cold.
Danger and corporate intrigue sounds like my kind of job.
I admire your enthusiasm. This manor has echoed with my own we, and I can feel you breathing new life into the walls. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from squirming in through the cracks.
What can I expect to face on Gorgon?
I've never understood why, but Gorgon is teeming with marauders. They almost seem drawn to sorrow and misfortune. Then there's the test subjects, those who survived anyway. Ravenous creatures left behind like so much salvage.
I thought you said you couldn't tell me much about the test subjects. Why did you tell Lucky about this? Or what did you tell Lucky about this job?
I told him everything I've told you. Just the facts. Maybe a couple of harmless embellishments. Why?
Just making sure I have what I need.
Still, you're smart to ask. Lucky spent most of our time together spinning a pistol around his index finger. Not sure he listened to any of my advice.
More bravado than talent, huh? I know the type.
He had an aura of rugged individualism that was quite charming. Not that it helped him in the end. But you won't let me down, will you, Captain?
I'll try not to, since it's my life on the line.
That's the spirit. There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start.
I ought to stop in and taste the local flavor.
Oh, you think maybe they got a little mascot? Like a sprat in a tiny hat?
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound?
Music to my ears.
Finally, I get to put my inheritance to work. Here's your nav key, Captain. Safe travels.
I'll be in touch.
A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust no one. Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down. I only want what's mine.
Mysterious heiress, unexpected gainful employment. It's like something out of a detective serial.
Salvage rights and a paycheck? This is almost too good to be true.
And we almost leveled up. Oh, I can't travel to my ship, okay. Unless, is it just on a different level? Nope.
Structural damage detected. Compensating for structural damage. Error, error.
Is that cold armor? Oh, I never took it, did I? Never mind.
Welcome back. I'll be here. We are now in orbit above Gorgon.
Oh. Doctor's orders. It's a fucking N-ray weapon. Grows in power the closer you are to death. Just like a real doctor. Gorgon. Oh man, new music.
Well, here we... Hey, is that a saloon? I feel better already.
Alarms seem to be going off. Oh wow. There's a lot here. Alright, let's get started.
The Gorgon facility is currently experiencing an emergency
Kind of reminds me of an N64 song. Or like PS1. Anything back here? No. Like the colorful alien fauna. Let me finally just give that to Nyoka. Like double their damage output. Oh, we didn't get anything for that vending machine discovery. Still low level. I forget, did I already buy one of these? I don't think I did. Buy that one. Need it for late game. That was a new jingle. No new Auntie Cleo jingle. That's the one I was thinking of. The MSI one is just the Auntie Cleo jingle. Oh, that lift is busted. This one isn't. It's perfecto.
supplies if you need them. No one lasts long on Gorgon unprepared.
$150.
You looking for supplies, stranger? Let's stock up here. If you run low on bullets out in Gorgon's far reaches, there ain't no one around here liable to help you out.
I have thousands.
Let me know if you're looking for something particular.
But thanks. So this is Gorgon.
You mean you came out to this asteroid without knowing nothing about it? Me too. Heard it was wild here and couldn't resist. Trouble is, if you wander off to somewhere you oughtn't be, like way out in Gorgon's farthest reaches, odds are slimmer of your bits finding their way to my pockets. If you want my advice, stick close to the Sprat Shack. Unless you fancy having your limbs torn off and eaten.
Thanks, but I can handle myself.
All right. You know you better than I do. Just be sure you watch out for the Marauders. That's the #1 thing. Oh, and the Mance.
Oh, there's more Mantisaurs here.
You watch out for Marauders, Mance, and Charles from accounting, and you'll probably be fine.
Who's Charles from accounting?
Only the meanest Marauder on Gorgon, and also anywhere else. That man is crazier than a bag of canids and twice as likely to bite.
Interesting.
He will bust your head open like an overripe mock apple if he so much as sees you. I ain't joking. He'll snap you in half like stale bread noodles.
You're making me hungry.
Sorry. Been a minute since I last ate. Charles from accounting is like... Imagine if you took 3 of the most howling mad Marauders you could find and mashed them together. That's Charles.
0 times 3 is still 0.
I don't think you can really quantify folks' strength in that manner, Captain.
You ain't listening to me, huh? Well, I warned you. If you run off and get exploded to death by a madman with a rocket launcher now, that's on you.
Go back to the part about the rocket launcher?
Sure, okay. He's got a rocket launcher.
Is he any good with it?
I don't know. Hard to guess how many he's killed, given the explosions tend to obliterate any bodies. I'm joking. No one bothers looking for bodies.
I'm starting to wonder if there ain't a person on this rock entirely out of their minds.
Look, long story short, you do not fuck with Chuck. Best to avoid the Marauder camp entirely. That's my 2 bits on the matter.
I take it that evacuation alarm isn't urgent.
Huh? Oh, you don't gotta worry about that. It's got something to do with that scrapped Spacer's Choice project from way back. Damn alarm's been hollering at us for 5 years if it's been a day. You know, I don't dream anymore. It's all, please evacuate in an orderly fashion.
I'm impressed Spacer's Choice built something that's lasted so long.
I think that alarm's gonna bang on for all time. Ain't nothing doing that control terminal in. I know, cause even Von Hoffman couldn't bash it in. And I seen that tough son of a gun throw a man clean across the Sprat Shack one time like he were a toss ball.
What can you tell me about Project Gorgon?
Only that Spacer's Choice shut it down in a big hurry. From what I heard, some of their folks got left behind even. Don't seem like the project ended well. Yeah?
Why is he called that?
His name is Charles and he used to work in accounting?
I don't know what I was expecting.
Anything else you need?
Where'd you say he was at again?
The Marauder camp way out to the east. That's what I heard at least. And I sure hope you're asking so you can keep a safe distance away. Found a pickaxe in the mine like none I've ever seen before. Could be awful useful if you're the violent type.
I like this guy. Ooh. Yo, light armor that can be modified? Like it has mod slots, what the fuck? I guess this isn't light and has mod slots, but I mean, like, this isn't armor, this is clothing. Oh, it's nicotine. No thanks. Gross. Handy deconstruction tool. The original brand name, Auto on Fortunato, never caught on. It's an improvised weapon, so if you have that perk, then it's probably good. Otherwise, he just has a lot of, junk. Oh, he's got some not junk, but mostly junk. That lift is busted. Alright, let's go over here. Heavily armored auto-mechanical buffs nearby ones, which are stunned if it is destroyed. Huh. It's got some new enemy types. Tran D. Dr. Tran! I wonder if that's a quest to pay that guy's bill off. I guess we'll find out. Just a spread check. Huh, I'm not getting XP for any of the locations here. That's usually the notice you get if you're max level, but we're not, so that's kind of awkward. I guess the locations here, but the locations in the Ambrose Manor gave us XP. I don't know why here they're not. Yeah, that check gave me XP. I guess this place is just weird. Can't tell me what to do. Oh, this is a transition. Alright. excuse me. Well, that's the wrong thing to say, but I had to stretch.
Let's have a chat.
No, I'm robbing you first.
Don't want to chat? Fine. You're on my list now, bub. All right, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now.
No.
Want to run that by me again?
Cut the bullshit. What do you want?
I want to be taken seriously, but I'll settle for a little less attitude in the future. That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs.
What did you mean when you said people had changed?
Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins and make their fortune. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same men or women who left. They change. Never for the better.
What happens when people change?
First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soiled themselves. After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it happen myself. It's never pretty.
Where exactly am I?
This is the Sprat Shack, the most remote watering hole in the system. Rule number 1, no fighting. Rule number 2, wipe your feet on the way downstairs. We're the only hospitable place on this rock. I want to keep it that way. That's why we have rule number 3. When people change, they stay outside, where they belong. Just don't...
What do you do around here?
Bouncer, bodyguard, law enforcer. I make sure the Sprat Shack gets only the highest caliber of clientele.
That's us.
Well, I hope you look the other way just this once.
We get a lot of brand-loyal corporate types, and a lot of cutthroat freelancer types. Both sides have their share of dirty scoundrels. And I hate dirt.
Kinds of people come to the Sprat Shack, you just told us.
This is a sublight bar, so most of our regulars come to plunder the old labs. The facility's locked up behind miles of red tape, so progress is slow. A lot of time to drink and reevaluate, then venture out and try again.
What do you know about Gorgon?
Something bad happened here. Spacer's Choice was developing chemicals. The kind with nasty side effects. Marauders outnumber the rest of us 10-1. Either they came from Gorgon, or something draws them here. I don't know which is worse. This place is under a dark cloud, stranger. That's all I know. If you want the history of the Sprat Shack, talk to Lex behind the bar.
Well, I can't imagine
Stay cool.
Marauders breeding, so... Stay cool, he says to the lady that almost shot him. Oh, why is there so much to this place? This is not what I was expecting. Jesus.
Oh, ugh. This place smells like Felix's birth.
Been an age since I had a good Tripicale. Hope they've got it on tap.
Howdy.
You're a humbug, Trixie, and worse, a thief.
I can't steal what's lawfully mine, you tangle-footed dimwit. Bring it up, you two. I've heard more than enough of your shit for one day.
That was my salvage, Trixie. You had no right to it then, and you've no right to it now.
I risked my life sneaking around Marauders to claim that wreck. And I didn't see your name on it.
Now you've done it. Eat fist!
All right, that's enough! This is a family establishment! You want to make a mess? You make it outside!
But this was personal, Lex. It's a question of salvage. That wreck was gonna make me a fortune.
Now you two listen, this is my place. While you're in the Sprat Shack, you'll sit quietly or I'll forbid you to come here at all. Is that understood?
Here, here. Boys are for drinking. The poor decisions that result are better left outside.
Fair's fair. I'll have a stout, and we'll settle this later on our own terms.
It's no good to leave a fight unresolved. If I don't do something, these two are gonna be at each other's throats.
What do you propose?
Would you do me a favor and weigh in as a third party? I can use an unbiased set of eyes on the problem, and an outsider like you fits the bill.
Fine, I'll give it a whirl.
Freddy, Trixie, go on and make your case to the generous stranger.
I'll start, seeing as I'm the one who's been most wronged in this equation.
State your names for the tavern. Go on.
So, just up the road and due east of here, there's a shipwreck lodged in the mountainside, right? I staked my claim on that wreck. Then I wandered in for a drink. An hour later, Trixie swaggers in bragging about her salvage. Ugh, the nerve of some people.
How did you mark the claim?
I climbed on top of it and called out in my loudest voice, "Finders keepers!"
Your case isn't winning me over so far, Freddy. What's your side of the story, Trixie?
When I found the shipwreck, there were no salvage mark. See, the whole area was teeming with bloodthirsty marauders. So I snuck around and added my tag, clear as day, so no drunken idiots could claim the salvage out from under me, Freddy.
For the record, when I heard the marauders coming, I left. Trixie must have set her mark down after me.
Drum your fingers thoughtfully.
Quit leading the prosecution, Hullhead. Anyway, that's my story, ma'am.
What mark did you leave on the salvage, Trixie?
I drew an X in the dirt, with my toe.
Couldn't the marauders have walked over it by now or the wind blown it away? Interesting. Very well, I made a decision.
In all my years, I've never heard a more contentious argument. I don't envy your shoulders for bearing the weight of responsibility. You've heard it from them both. So, who gets the salvage?
This was a colossal waste of time. I give it to Trixie.
Thank you. Law, it's hard to get a fair trial in this sprat-fucked colony.
You'll pay for this. I don't know how, and I'm not sure when. But just you wait, and maybe it'll happen. Someday.
Here's a six-pack on the house, plus your fee.
Yo.
Maybe now we'll finally get some peace around here for a change.
Does this happen often?
A little too often, if you ask me. That's the sublight way. Anything worth doing is worth fighting over.
What's gonna happen to the wreck?
I'll write to Lilia Hagen in the corporate office on Groundbreaker. She'll get some haulers to drag it away. It'll take a while. Nothing happens fast around these parts. But at least the salvage would get a good home. Come and chat if you're ever feeling thirsty.
That's my captain.
Smooth talking, Cap.
Thanks again for the salvage. You're all right, no matter what Freddy says.
You here for salvage or merchandise?
Salvage dice?
Quit staring.
This is the best joint in the system, ain't that right?
Are you my agent on the ground?
Sorry?
I've been sent to meet a certain someone about a certain piece of merchandise. They're supposed to use a secret code phrase.
Can't help you. I'm just here to drink.
That's the code phrase. It is you.
Quiet down. You're making a scene.
Sorry about Freddy and Trixie. When they're not fighting over salvage, they're fighting over the bed sheets at night.
Those two are a couple. We got XP for that one. What the fuck? I guess they just forgot to code that other one to give XP.
They like to blow off steam during work hours, but as soon as they clock out, they turn into a pair of kittens. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
I want to see colors and lots of them.
Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage.
Sure, got any leads?
Even if I did, I ain't supposed to play favorites. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while.
You have a very crinkled nose. The whole left side of your face, actually, is very crinkled. You know anyone by the name of Lucky Montoya?
Lucky? Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road.
Office of Creative Incubation?
That's where the top rungers at Spacer's Choice came up with slogans and marketing. Lucky never told me why it was so important. Awful shame about what happened to him.
What happened? I know about the severed arm, but the rest is a mystery.
You know about that? Huh. Word must travel fast around these parts. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off.
I hate canids.
I'm an animal lover myself, but canids have temperament issues you just can't breed out. Get this, the canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm.
How'd you know it belonged to Lucky?
I'm a bartender. Attention to detail is my middle name. Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon parcel service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp.
The arm made it to me. I'm Hawthorne's next of kin, sort of.
No kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle.
Why bother sending the arm at all?
I figured Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order, you know. Oh, I hate to see people go with unfinished business.
Where was Lucky staying?
3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
So you run this place?
Yes and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving warehouse during the old Project Gorgon days. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved in to salvage what we could, and they put me in charge.
So Sublight owns the Sprat Shack now?
Yes and no. Rumor has it there's a Sprat wandering around the Groundbreaker, and he's the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Hagen's idea.
Of course. Dare I ask why a Sprat owns this bar? Sounds perfectly reasonable.
I've seen the paperwork. Everything's in order. When I say my boss is a filthy Sprat, I'm not exaggerating. See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar to the Sprat. If there were any legal problems with this place, the Sprat would do the time.
You think a Sprat could own Edgewater? Oh, imagine one wearing Mr. Thompson's little hat.
Anyway, that's what the paperwork says. I don't make the rules.
I thought they were talking about a person, but nope, literal Sprat. How would you even know which Sprat is the right one?
Easy. His name's Matt. The beautiful thing is, no one could tell Matt Sprat apart from an ordinary vermin. I think that's kind of the point, to send the authorities on a wild Sprat chase.
Good. What happens if Ethel Geibler turns him into Spratwurst?
Never thought about that. Shit, someone could have eaten my boss. As far as business arrangements go, this one's a head-scratcher, but they say it's all above board, so that's what matters.
Spacer's Choice mine that you're squatting in their warehouse?
Yes and no. We're doing a lot more than squatting. We're classing up the joint, keeping the riffraff outside where it belongs. They didn't even serve drinks until I arrived. Talk about wasted potential. What's your pleasure?
How do you get supplies in and out?
Thirsty people come and go from all over the colony, mostly on the way to somewhere better. Some are well-connected, and not everyone pays with bits. That's how we get the unconventional goods anyhow. Sublight keeps us well-stocked with the essentials, by which I mean booze.
What do you know about Gorgon?
Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old gym sock. They say Adrenatime came from here, just down the road at the old R&D lab. Very hush-hush back in the day.
Do any of your regulars have more information about Gorgon?
Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. And I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the second floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab.
What's Roscoe's story?
He's been here since opening day. I think he told me he was some kind of journalist. He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. And I guess no one's coming to get him.
Why'd he get left behind?
He didn't tell me and I didn't ask. I'm his bartender, not his human resources rep. If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind, and a lot of bad folks made it out. Sometimes that's all there is to it.
Can you tell me about Leonora?
Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than anyone. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's looking to hire someone, if you're open to a side gig. Now that you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. Didn't think twice about it. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora deserves better company. That Lucky was no good for her. What are friends for, eh?
Any idea why Spacer's Choice shut Gorgon down?
I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, Adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touched the stuff. To each their own, but I think it's dangerous.
Salvagers must be making a fortune off Gorgon.
Damn right we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal, prototype weapons, drugs, money, and more drugs. When Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Most of it stayed where it fell, and all of it is up for grabs. Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. Until someone figures a way to crack it open. We're just sifting through dirt. You got it, bub. I'll set him up. You knock him back.
Sell the six-pack that she gave me. Oh wow, you got a lot. It all sucks. Cat Eye's Pressure Helm. Sneak attack damage plus 25% and hack.
Did you bring the peanut?
I don't know. Did you bring the goods?
Oh. Why is there a cash register over here?
Great work.
Got a lot of food back here. I don't like the new jingle.
You think the folks here like strangers? Because some of them are looking at us like, maybe not.
The repurposed aesthetic reminds me of Fallbrook. These sublight folks really know how to overhaul a place.
Reminds me of Bioshock. Wait, what is my objective? Oh, hang on. I missed something in the wall, I guess. No, it's above me. I think my map is just glitching out. Yeah, that's a room up here.
Jerome would have loved this place.
Hi.
I heard a rumor the board is gonna shut this place down.
That'll never happen. This is a sublight bar.
So what?
They'd be pissing off a legitimate business with connections in every corner of the colony, that's what.
In that case, how about another round?
You don't look like one of the salvagers, no? don't really seem like the type. You've got the look of someone who's traveled far to get here, and whose journey is far from over.
Actually, we just got kicked out of Subway last stream. Makes you say that. And seen things. Too many things to fully process them all.
You and me both. I don't know if you're bound for the old ruins, but in case you are, can you look into something? I'd do it myself, but of course, the Marauders would eat me alive.
Depends on what you need.
Looking for something out there. Been paying Sublight to help me, but they haven't made much progress.
Something must be valuable.
It is to me, but apparently it's junk to Sublight. My husband and I worked on Gorgon during the good times. Jerome was on maintenance duty. I cleaned out test tubes till they sparkled.
Where were you during the bad times?
Getting the hell off Gorgon. In his final hours, Gorgon was a war zone. Violence broke out in the labs. The hills were full of marauders. You couldn't take a leisurely stroll without an armed escort. When the order came through to evacuate, non-essential personnel drew a lottery to see who would board the first wave of ships. Jerome won. I lost. As soon as I wasn't looking, Jerome switched our tickets and pushed me to the front of the line. I got to leave. Jerome stayed behind. I never saw him again.
So what brings you back to Gorgon?
A broken heart, that's what. This place is greedy. Took my Jerome, and it would have taken me too. I just want one thing back. His old hip flask. I gave it to him the day we signed our marriage contract, and he carried it wherever he went. I know it's still here.
What do you think happened to Jerome?
No point in denying it. He died on this rock. Likely torn apart by marauders, unless he took care of himself on his own terms. I don't like to imagine what happened, but I know I have to accept it.
I could keep an eye out for that flask.
You'd really do that for me? Law. And I'll bet you're worth 10 of those Sublight sprats. I don't have much, but if you help me, there's a little set aside for the occasion. Jerome used to drink with his buddies in a small kitchen opposite the maintenance shed. Might be a good place to check first. Yeah?
Did you know Lucky Montoya?
That old flirt? Yeah. I let him buy me a drink or two. He talked my ear off about exciting jobs he'd done. All lies, I'm sure. He fell asleep with his head on my shoulder. That man had baggage like you wouldn't believe. I didn't think anyone could be lonelier than me.
Did he mention anything about the Gorgon research facility?
He bragged about having the key to some sort of maintenance area in one of the old buildings. I never saw it, so I just assumed he was talking himself up. He also asked if I wanted to see something gross and slimy he kept in his room, but I declined, politely.
Was he depressed?
He put on quite a front, but I think he was weary. Like he'd seen too much and had too little to show for it. Guess we were kindred spirits in a way.
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Sure thing. My condolences if you two were close.
Tell me about your time on Gorgon.
The lab coats kept quiet about the project, but the air was charged with excitement. You could feel it wherever you went. I wanted to change the world. A tenfold boost to worker productivity with no side effects? Who wouldn't salivate at the thought? I don't know what went wrong, but when the shit hit the fan, it sprayed everyone in its path, including me.
Oh, so Adrena Time wasn't supposed to be just a horrible addictive drug. They were trying to do something good with it, but it turned into that. Love is the plan is death.
who's this now? Wonder if they could... Nah, who am I kidding? Holy shit, a fresh face. Haven't seen your like in years. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous corner of this solar system, pal, but you're welcome here. Oh, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but that lady's got a mean left hook.
I talked to her. She mentioned you was some kind of journalist?
Some kind. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Got into reporting thinking I was gonna be some sort of public intellectual. What a joke. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board, and the rest writing puff pieces on the chairman's latest beard trim. Real life and death shit.
I think this is the same voice actor for the assassin in Byzantium. You seem like you're having a rough time. Can I help you out?
If you're going back out there, do you think you'd be willing to do an old bastard a small favor?
Helping out old bastards is 80% of my job. What do you need? I had to share that one.
You know, that reminds me. I don't think you've ever actually paid me.
Well, I've been trying to get away from this rock for 5 lobby-fucked years, but I can't stay gone.
What is that?
Told you I was a journalist, right? I was here on a story back when Project Gorgon was active. I was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded them all on these little portable phonographs. But when everything fell to shit, Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave. Terms of my reporting contract unmet, they said.
I like how suddenly they've added these phonographs to the DLC and they're just suddenly everywhere. Also, I find it funny, like in this game and in Borderlands and in other like sci-fi games, it's always like some really old, outdated piece of gear. Like in Borderlands, it's like cassette tapes that they jam into these like big bulky boxes that they carry around. In Borderlands 3, they even blow into cartridges before sticking them into the thing. Like, it's just like, why is everything so old in these sci-fi games? Like, you got these really cool, I don't remember if they ever had a name for the inventory system in Borderlands, but like, you know, you have like the holographic screen that your character looks at and your weapons just kind of like phase in out of nowhere. Like, that's actually a thing. Like, that's a lore thing. It's not just a gameplay thing. It's in that world. But then everyone's echo recorders are just like these old fucking tape recorders. It's like, what the hell? I always thought that was really weird. You hid them and now you need me to get them for you. That about cover it?
Right on the money. Look at me. I'm no fighter. I've never even touched a gun. But you're just the right amount of rough around the edges. Help me get my recordings back so I can finally get the hell out of here.
Why stash the recordings?
Someone had been trying to steal them since the day my assistant and I started interviewing. Couldn't even keep them in my safe. They always found a way in. So I took to hiding them all over the fucking asteroid. Thought I was so clever. What a fool I was.
You mentioned an assistant. Where are they now?
Oh, Georgie? Yeah, she helped me with interviews. A real whiz with the portable recorder tech, too. When things got crazy, I shoved her onto the last ship off Gorgon. With any luck, she's safe and comfortable in Byzantium. She tried every which way to stay, but it was my contract keeping us here, not hers. Didn't seem fair she'd have to suffer just because I made a bad deal.
Why not just forget the contract and leave?
Oh, I've tried. Make no mistake. I've caught a couple of rides out with sublight folks. But the board's fixers always send me right back. And I'm not about to stand toe-to-toe with marauders just to fulfill a line item on a contract.
It's your lucky day, Roscoe. I'll get those recordings for you.
No shit? That's downright civilized of you. All right. One of them I stashed in the Office of Creative Incubation, in the projector room on the 3rd floor. I gave another to my friend Birdie to keep in her apartment, just outside OCI's upper entrance.
OCI? Why there?
Seems like a good idea at the time. Someone had started a fire, folks were shooting other folks. It was a madhouse.
Got it. Next.
You'll find another in the chem lab. It's in the main lab storage room.
You ran all over Gorgon just to hide your recordings.
Didn't have much of a choice. The primals had gotten loose, couple of them were chasing me. The recordings just ended up wherever I hid.
Alright, easy enough. The others?
The final one is in human inquiry and auditing. It's tucked behind a pipe in observation room B.
The observation room? Wouldn't someone have seen you?
What with the test subjects running loose, the researchers were surprisingly unobservant.
Got it. I'll be back.
Strength to your sword arm, friend. And thank you.
The electric fling. What the? Why is that one?
What's the story with this place?
Used to be a shipping warehouse. Supplies came in, deadly chemicals went out.
Is that VA
Who
again?
told you that?
I worked here back in the day.
You're pulling my leg.
Nope, it's true.
Damn it. Overheat. Well, it's mine now. It's not stealing. Also not stealing. Don't want that. Don't need that. Brawny construction gear? Whoa. Hey. Good armor. Really good armor. Hey, Nyoka, this is gonna look real ugly, but... this is like the only heavy armor I like is the Iconoclast armor. It just looks so fucking cool. And it's way stronger than this, so there you go. And it doesn't lower your, I'm not using it anymore. Overheat. Advertising agent suggested branding this weapon's defective cooling system as its signature feature. She's now a vice president. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Would be cooler if it had mod slots.
Someone's in here. Oh, lol. It's coming back up again. I'm all right. That last one really emptied my guts. No, wait. Here comes more.
Gross. Have fun. Yes, you can't say there's someone in here when it's a 4-person bathroom.
What have you got there? Adrenatime, I think. I found some in an old busted crate.
They're so
Are you
old.
just gonna take some drug you found in the garbage?
It's not some drug. It's adrenatime.
God, you both look so oily.
I don't see a label.
If it wasn't safe, it wouldn't be in a syringe.
I can't argue with that.
Oof. Big oof on that one. Don't do drugs, kids. I immediately forgot I put you in that. I just turned around and Yoka's in this hulking armor.
So, how you feeling?
Good. Real good, like something in my eyes.
It's not good.
Got any more of that stuff?
Oh yeah, plenty of it. Next round's on me.
Have fun. Have fun dying. Oh, god damn it. There's nothing worth it in there anyway. What the fuck? Spacer's Choice may have left in a hurry, but they didn't forget to lock the doors on their way out. Most of the facilities are sealed up tighter than a top rugger's safe. Time to do some digging. Got a break today. Met a scavenger who claims to be a salesman for Spacer's Choice. Sold me a key to the Office of Creative Incubation. Let's just say this guy's about as lucid as a sprat in a Rizzo's factory, but I'm spending Minnie's bits, so I can't afford to take a chance. It worked. Clarence Mosley, whoever you are, I'm drinking to you tonight. Olivia Ambrosia's office and journal ought to be in the Synthesis and Manufacturing Center. The bad news is it's sealed up and at the ass end of the canyon. The good news is I should be able to open it up from the Bigwigs admin terminal in OCI. OCI is crawling with marauders, and I've got a few other leads to chase down. Could be nothing, and my gut tells me there's more to this place than a missing journal. Time to turn over a few rocks and see what crawls out. I'm leaving the OSI key in the safe. The combo is 4815.
I think they stick the preservative in before or after the eye comes out.
I really hope this ain't a sign of things to come.
Wait, how do we still have all these? Carefully preserved eyeball, mostly intact. Several whiskeys in and a few bits short last night. Gave Lex the maintenance room key while I scrouch up what's owed. Note to self, pay up and get it back before you go back to OCI. How much would I need? With both of these on, what is my lockpick? 131, so I'd only need 19 more points. Possibly 18 or 17, depending on how much I get from the last couple level ups. Yeah, I don't need that 100 science, so I'll probably... Well, the nice thing about science, too, is, my fucking phobia, hold on. With high science, I have extra shock damage. 30% more shock damage. which is good for my, you know, shock sniper.
I've eaten my fair share of Terror-wise, but I'm still gonna come out and say it. This mission is gross.
You think this place we're headed will tell us more about Gorgon? I wonder what they got up to here.
Oh, we're so close to a level up.
This place is starting to remind me of home.
There you go. Have a better one of those. Man, that like 80-something armor rating Yoga has now makes me feel a little naked. With my 54. Like, why? There's nothing in here worth that. Why is it 150? I just don't get it. It's one of the things I just don't understand about this game, is why they put such high checks on locked things that just are not worth it at all. Marauder crack shot. Wow, that's some really strong light armor. It's just recolored. Is that a happy face? It's just recolored. Like the very first Marauder armor we ever found. But looks cool. Does this hurt? No. It's like a shield wall. I really like this song.
I usually just kick them down.
You could bring Felix to get extra lockpick and extra persuade, but that means having to travel with Felix. Which, I'm good. Okay, well, if the shield wall opens on top of you, it cuts you in half. Elevator discovered. Well, I've never been this antsy for a level up before. We're so close. Marauder crack shot. What level are you? Oh, you've got a lot of health. Long range poisonous attacks. Yeah, I can't one shot these guys. Plunder. Lots of XP. Yeah, we'll hit 33 real quick. We're getting like 3,000 per enemy. There it is! From a lockpick check. That's hilarious. What did I say I was gonna get? I don't remember. Speed Demon could be cool. I kind of want to just like see what Boom Headshot is like. I'm gonna take that. Also, I really need the restroom, so I'll leave you with this cool song, and I will be right back. I'm back. Huh. That looks really cool. But I don't want to have to rearrange my inventory again. Also, how long until the next level? 380,000.
Great work.
Plasma Launcher 2.0. That is real strong and also real likely to get me killed. How do we get up there? Oh, maybe around. Maybe this is a path. It's kind of hard to tell with this map. I know there's a bridge up there. Oh, yeah. So you go like all the way around. Oh wow, there's a bunch of bridges. Alright. Oh. Marauder Colossus. Huge but slow-moving marauders deliver devastating melee attacks. Berserker. I didn't mean to shoot. Strike quickly but weakly and are relatively easy to kill. Oh, I'm no longer getting 3,000 per. It depends on the enemy. I'm gonna give you 5,000. Whoa. God damn, that's a lot of armor rating. Meanwhile, I have 4. Oh, is this the final Vortex Mace? Vortex Mace Ultra? I think it is, because I think the other one was gold, right? Aw, no. Got excited over nothing. Yeah. This plasma cutter's still better. Why can't I get under that? I don't want to use this, but that's such a damage increase. I feel like I have to. Can try it for a bit. It doesn't have like the barrel or anything. hope it was a Deadeye Assault Rifle Mark III. I hope all the weapons I'm using have Mark IIIs. I know the shotgun does, because it drops in Tartarus. I don't know why they would introduce Mark IIIs for everything else and not some of the guns. Okay, so that just leads further in. Where does this lead? Oh man, it's really gonna suck not having fast travel here. I guess what we could do is just go and beat the game and then load back here, lower the difficulty, and then do the rest of this. And then my companions can actually join in, but eh. I need an Exacto site. Just make it even stronger. I think it's the first tinkering I've done all this entire playthrough. I'm so anal about wasting money. But now that we have the 90% reduced cost, it's like, well... Yep, that's a lot of damage.
Mess with us.
Whoa, this looks just like the abandoned parts of Edgewater.
Ugh. Now it really feels like home.
We got these old Spacer's Choice Lego houses. Monarch isn't this pretty, though. Economy flats. Where are all the other guys that I killed? Want their gear. I'm not dropping their gear. Oh, Jesus. Doesn't suit her at all, but hey, it matches her, the color of her starting outfit. She doesn't actually lose anything. She doesn't lose any lockpick. I get 20. God, that looks so ridiculous. Unsanctioned mining gear. Yeah, and see, that doesn't have... Oh, yes, it does. I'm just a big dummy. Don't listen to me. Yeah, I already took one, may as well start taking the rest. Oh boy. The descending ravings of a madman. So is it the Adrenatime doing that to them, or something else in, like, the laboratory? Maybe the chemicals they used to make it? I guess we'll find out. Dead guy. What about damage type I should be defending against here? More productive workers with no side effects. It's highly addictive. And you go through all the same withdrawal symptoms as any other highly addictive substance. Wow. And here's a lot of it. Just sell all that. Engraved flask. Oh, it's probably... Jerome, cheers to the beginning of forever. Love, Leonora. It smells of decent whiskey, cheap cologne, and old cigarettes. Gross. Well, that was easy. Expecting a little more.
Let me go!
Oh, I hate that noise. What is that?
This is my second month on Adrenatine. It's like the color came back. Like I was tuned to the wrong band all this time, and now the static's gone. I'm finally clear-headed, focused. There's so much I'm excited to do. I feel like me again. Side effects? I guess I've noticed people staring at me a lot more lately. Hard to talk to them sometimes. Feels like they don't get it. Maybe they just don't trust it. Or maybe they don't trust me.
Didn't even see all this. Gorgon rumors. Once again, didn't get any XP for that. It doesn't matter, it's just weird. Blood. Corporate commander. got any vending machines here? Need to unload my shit. Man, I hope there's like Dark Souls shortcuts here, because this is really gonna suck. This might be another case of we're living off of quick saves, because... In fact, let me make one. Because I don't want to have to do all this again. Throw down an actual save too, just because I'm paranoid. Come on, tell me there's a Vortex Mace Mark III. It's gotta be. Nothing to do in here. Oh wait. I like this cool blue. Keep a lot together, old friend, but they just blared the evacuation order. Guess that's the end of Gorgon. You're my favorite comms tower in the whole system. I'll never forget you. Well, shit. Fancy seeing me here. The last escape shuttle left a few of us in its dust. Never seen anyone lift off in such a hurry. We're scattered like roaches. It's every man and woman for themselves now. You're still up and running, I see. Looks like only one employee left with their tracker flipped on. What a rube. Signing off for good this time. You take care of yourself, comms tower. Don't forget to stand up straight like I taught you. Dude just likes his job. Oh man, we're gonna go through all of our energy drinks here, which is fine because this is the last bit of the game. This is why we have all these resources. May as well use them. Is there really nobody in these ruins? Oh, I see vending machines. Oh.
Got it. Heads down.
That was like half his health. Yeah, I'll keep that perk. That's pretty cool.
Mess with us.
Missed. Ow. Ow. That hurt. Boy, that did a lot of damage. It's like half my health. This shit's just everywhere. I think we're past the point where you can get good armor and this thing is so weak. Degrade so quickly. Frida. Infested flechette gun. Proof you should always maintain your weapon with Spacer's Choice brand cleaning agents. What? I want that. I don't think I can get it. Nope, 10 short. Dealer's stash keycard. Let's see what's over here.
A lot of the equipment here is still in good shape. Wouldn't go amiss in Edgewater.
I see Monarch ain't the only pet project the board's willing to abandon.
No, it's just all of Halcyon. I like how all like the actual armors we're fighting are just garbage. But then the Marauder gear is fantastic. There's just something funny about that. Is there a cash register here? The thing I don't like about Boom Headshot is that wavy effect. Like I can't see my other targets.
Don't mess with us.
Be better with a different element. Can't get in there. What? Oh, it's just a cape. And the heads of these sharpshooters are really hard to hit for some reason. See, I told you, it does exist. Tactical shotgun 3, 115 times 8. That is silly. Jesus Christ. That is so much stronger than this. Just need a Deadeye assault rifle and an assault rifle. I'd rather not be stuck with this hunting rifle all game. Actually, that gives me hope, because that wasn't even like loot from anyone, that was just a prop lying on the ground. Already checked this corner. The negative effects of Adrenatime actually stack, I think, 3 times, and you can do that to put yourself into negative intelligence to get the like joke bad ending. Because when you have low intelligence, you get the dumb dialogue options, like in Fallout. And there's one that gives you a bad ending. And it's also the speedrun route, because an ending is an ending. Oh. I could just slip right through that. Do I have at this point? 13. You know what? I'm gonna get rid of these. Don't need them anymore. I got so much of these better ones. Let me just put them on. I'll keep the health regen on though, because that's super good. Don't need that. Oh, is this our Dark Souls shortcut? It is. Nice. Sealed, of course. So we're just not getting in here. Not yet, anyway.
Like someone had a real fondness for sticky notes. What were they doing all the way back here?
Virgil Sharp. Excelsior. The exhilarating adventures of Archibald Excelsior, Ace Exterminator, and the invasion of the flesh-eating sprats. Neat. Oh, that hurts to look at. So we need a key to get in the front door, and we can't get in the back door, period. Not seeing a terminal to interact with. Well, here's one, but can't interact with it. So whatever this is, we'll have to come back to it. Oh boy. Just for fun. Put a silencer on our shotgun. here? Yeah, it's the comms tower. This gun's also really slow. I have to wait so long before I can take my next shot. You didn't hear any of that? Contraband. I may as well. 82, 121 until we find the best assault rifle ultra. Contraband. Did you know corporate security officers can seize your property simply by asserting it's been used in a crime? If it's not theft, it's civil asset forfeiture. And yet all these checkpoint, like security checkpoint places have the weakest locks that we can just dive right into. There's the dealer's stash key card. Officer Olsen, I'd like to follow up with you regarding yesterday's chat. This would be a whole mess, or this could be something we resolve quietly, to the mutual benefit of both parties. Here's what I'm going to do. Enclose the key that unlocks the safe you'll find behind a wall panel in my room, in which I most certainly do not store that stockpile of Adrenatime some hall head tipped you off about. Maybe some of that supply, which again I must stress does not exist, goes missing from time to time. It happens. There's quite a lot of it. Who's to say I count doses that carefully? I get new deliveries in all the time. My perfectly legal, non-Adrenatime related business provides a valuable service to my customers, who benefit immensely from a product otherwise tied up in too much legal red tape like testing phases and human safety. Should my operation be permitted to continue as before, I'd like that you hold on to the enclosed key for safekeeping. I think that would prevent any future issues between the two of us, don't you? Removed half of one test subject from outflow pipe. Don't even need that. We already looted this whole place. What the? Just a lamp? GDQ lamp? Can't tell where I am on that map. Okay, not that way. It's down here. It's a lot of money. Oh, and it has a sure and straight barrel. It's a really good shotgun. It's not as good though, because unique weapons suck. Work cut out for me next time exploring all this. Where was that elevator? Headshot ability. It's cool, but like completely unnecessary. drug drone? Has shit tons of Adrena time on it. Noticing a trend here. There's so much. Frick. Let me send this back up. Guess we'll check and see what's down here. That looks promising. Man, you ever see fucking marauders using plasma carbines? These guys don't fuck around. Ah. Oh. The ground there is
I'm going.
goopy. I didn't even see that. You know, toxic waste, it's fine. There were robots here.
Coming, Captain.
They were kidding about the Colossus part. These guys are fucking massive. Synthesis and manufacturing. is our video still. Right at the end of the video. Can't get in here either. All these locked areas. Okay, this place isn't actually as big as I thought it was. Like, we're already like halfway down the map. We'll probably finish it all next time. Excuse me, something in my throat. It's fucking grunty industries out here. Just missing the awesome music. I mean, this music is good, but it's not grunty industries. Hiccup. It's buff as fuck.
Mess with us. Here. Ron?
Ow. That hurt.
I'm going.
Jesus. Poor body just died. Well. Oh, my last save was a while ago. Well. I guess I'll get us back to where we were on my own. Because boy, I wasn't expecting that. This is before everything at the checkpoint, so it's not too bad. I just gotta clear out all this again, but yeah, that sucks. It's like 20 minutes. Yeah, I will do that on my own. Because it's boring. You don't want to see all that again. So that's it for now. Next time we'll finish Gorgon, question mark? It doesn't look like there's a ton here. But who knows, maybe like the inside areas are super long and maybe there's a ton more dialogue, we'll see. But the overall map isn't that huge. It looked huge, but actually exploring it's not too bad. So yeah. And whenever we don't finish, on one of my days off, I'm gonna just stream this. We'll finish Gorgon. We'll finish the main plot. We'll just wrap everything up. I want to finish this game this week. And it'll be better to do it on a day off anyway, because I also want to load another file and do the board's ending. I guess we could do it on this file, actually. I just have to save before making the choice. Because, yeah, there's Phineas's path and then the board's path, and they're, for all intents and purposes, the same, but they got some interesting little differences. But, that's it for now. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll do more of this. Have a good night. Stay fresh.